Video is addressed to Mr. David Pakman. Mr. Pakman, John C. Weaver here. It's 7 o'clock p.m. West Coast time, April 17th of 2025. And responding to a late response like I tried to do regarding a naturalized citizen who was stopped at the northern borders, questioned several hours, nearly put into a medical situation where either he ended up in a hospital or, thank God, he barely survived. And yes, the gentleman did have 10 years of birthright. But as I tried to explain in a video before, and I'll send a copy over to you, that I sent over to Mr. Jesse Dollarmore, and explaining why. I had to do a surface on you. I had to do a surface dive on you. Yeah, the wick gave me some information. You're targeted. I hate to say it, but you're going to be targeted. If you happen to go outside the country and come back in, they may question. Why? Because all the questioning that they're doing is all racially profiling. You're surprised we have racial profiling. You're 41 years old and you haven't heard much. Came into the country at 5 years old. And you naturalized and immigrated and you adjusted to become a professional American looking dude. What you hear in the background is my dog. Come here, woman. Oh, give it a breast, will you? You're the one that keeps screaming for me. Come here. Come here. Come here, sweetheart. You a dog lover, Mr. Backman? Introduce you to my ball and chain. This is the Mamas. An elderly senior citizen who's old, blind, and deaf, and still the love of my life. She wants his attention all the time. 24/7 caregiving on a dog. Try that one. I try to look at all the markers that some people may, if they happen to do a dive on you, just to see whether or not if you are American enough. And apparently some people actually have this idealized version of what being American is all about. It's not your education. It's how you present yourself. You're intelligent, articulate, you got manicured hair. You try to take care of you and your family. And still, your heritage, that's what they'll be looking for in you. And that's probably what they'll be targeting. Yeah, you got white skin. Just like I do. Hell, I'm going to be 60 next year. But my name is John Cameron Weaver. You have a last name of Pakman. Who do you think's going to have more issues at a damn border? You think you wouldn't. The problem is being an elitism. You're not thinking ugly enough. I've seen ugly. I've seen and lived through ugly. You ain't ugly enough. You're too pretty. But you're also showing yourself as a highly intelligent person, and they'll still look at that one. The lawyer who got stopped didn't have a white Christian name. 10 years naturalized over here to build a business, to build a life, which he established. Established footholds and creds. He's got street creds. What's the difference? He's not white, and he doesn't have the name set that would strike to them that he's a naturalized, or actually a birthright citizen. Yes, he's naturalized. They're targeting immigrants. They're targeting anybody with an immigrant name, what they considered an immigrant name. And they are racially profiling. We've had racial profiling for God knows how long in human history. But in our own country's history, we've had the racial profiling. If I want to look at our entire country, our country started, what, 249, nearly 250 years? But prior to that, we've had the 13 colonies for almost a century, roughly. Study American history much? And where did they come from? All sorts of places. And was those faraway places also having issues with their own differences? We bring the racial hatred everywhere we go. You study human history, we have it all. We've had it ever since we've recorded things, one way or another. She still wants me back in the bedroom. She's a fuss budget. Talk about living under a rule. Well, I live under a rule of a four-legged shield must be obeyed, and not just a racial profiling either. But that's the thing. You're not looking at it that way. I had. Once you're targeted that way, you don't get rid of the stigma. You don't get rid of the feeling or fears. You just don't want to pass it around. But that's the reason why the immigrants are getting targeted left and right. They don't want differences. They don't want plurality. They don't want an Irish stew of sorts. Think of it. Hear me out on this one for an example. You heard about the guy with the story about the man with the stone. Comes in a village, leaves the village full because he made the village put their differences into a pot and they all ate and they all been satisfied. Different ways of looking at this story. And at first, the guy's getting racially profiled. He's getting profiled, period. He's a stranger. And these people have a problem with each other. There's no plurality. When the guy leaves, there is plurality. We've already had plurality being siphoned off. Trump came in office first. He started the siphoning. But we've actually had it. We kept calling ourselves the Great American Melting Pot through the 1900s. And now we're not. We're segregationists. It's no wonder the Rush music of subdivision. Yeah. We're subdivided. But we can't see anything unified. They have to fit. They have to fit in a block. They have to fit it in their particular thing, whatever's going on in their damn heads. That's what we got going on. We got the profiling. And it's racial. And it's bigoted. That's what you have to keep calling it. It's racial profiling and it's bigoted. And it's not new. This is something we have never been able to get rid of our damn society for God knows how long since we've been born. And not just you physically been born or me physically been born. Human beings. Even nature. The racial profile, the profilers out there will say it's nature driven. We have to segregate. Because we see it in nature, therefore it's in us. And we have to stick to that. That would be the damn logic that's going on. That's why. They try to throw religion, saying that if you're not Christian, then you don't belong in the country. I imagine the Native Americans would have a field day over that one. Not to mention Spanish, Latina, Chinese. Anybody coming into the country, immigrating, they would have an issue over it, wouldn't they? Our country is supposed to be made of immigrants. We got a problem with it? Yeah. The white idiots who are coming out of Europe have a problem with it because we don't like what's happening around the world. But even the white idiots are going after each other. Does Ukraine and Russia ring a bell? How about the riots happening in the Balkan states? All the guerrilla activity during those days? In the Slavic regions? You want to see a real big one? Yeah, the World War II. Where we went after each other, left and right. If you're if you were Jewish and you were caught in German hands, well, guess what? You either get the concentration camp, or you just get dead. We translated this into media for a long while, in various forms of it, just to demonstrate how stupid it is. Tried to show the liberalism, tried to show the wokeism of the situation. These idiots we've got right now who are so afraid of a gas bag that we elected in, who's now solidified. We either surrender to the bastard or else we're going to have to keep pushing on him in every damn angle we possibly can. And here's the thing, if he really ignores the courts, I mean seriously every damn court, beyond a constitutional problem. 1860. 1776. Do your homework.